classical, jazz, blues, rhythm and blues, funk, rock, pop, country, electro, dance, trance, house, R&B, hip-hop, reggae.
Your music, your station, Source FM.
Summertime.
You're listening to Source FM.
It's summertime.
Okay, some more live performance for you here in Kimberley Park for Parklive, and something I'm looking forward to seeing this afternoon, featuring Steve from Bright Vibes on guitar and effects. Will you please welcome MCMC Spoken?
And Steve, thanks, Jules.
You weren't going to talk.
I'm not. Back then, just didn't think I'd win the battle. I couldn't handle being a handful, so I'd fly off the handle, knowing freedom round the corner on those 18 candles. The walls, the system, live within my family conditioning. Back then, just didn't know I wouldn't win the battle. I couldn't handle being a handful, so I'd fly off the handle, knowing freedom round the corner on those 18 candles. The walls, the system, live within my family conditioning. See on the bottom of the pole, the writer file on you, send you on parenting courses, watch your every move. On the top it's denial, look at what Jimmy Savile could do, it's true. The more you have, the more you can screw your opposition. Power is power, it's system. When you've written my title, I go outside the lines. Primary school taught me that, trying to shape my inner mind. Trying to write letters in between lines with a dyslexic mind. It took me time to find these rhymes. Had a mind which couldn't be catered for in them times. Later these joined up words became my biggest rhymes. Not present in my education because I was bored of getting caught in the trawling tackle. And I tackled morals long before this, so just knew I couldn't ignore the injustice. I remember watching a homeless woman peeing in a doorway, nose pressed against the glass, I couldn't look away. I didn't and still don't get where some have and others don't. I tried to process it all and chuck out a lyrical rope and float in a daydream away from the newsreams, cause I see the sadness across banners and in stammers. My social manners never one for matching pyjamas. I know we're all only a stone's throw away, puppets on strings giving this world a play, whilst a drop away from death's greedy fists. I find peace in staying present, and in doing this is a gift and one that could express me. I wanted to share my inner conflict and help others see if you're anything like me, then you're sick of all the manhandling and withstanding the age taboos, social conformities, old school dormitories, please. Just give me chair, air and friends, and I will share my chair and frenzy. Life depends on this, what's good is a gift. How can you say you can work hard or choose to not do it, as if it was really that easy? Then you'd see a version of me on Jeremy Kyle, stripped bare against your TV. It's you, me, our worlds that we see. The judgments, interpretations are natural, let them be. If we could stop, turn them off and look inward, then maybe we could find a reptilian wizard. I shiver. I know it's easier to say than be, so let's stop saying and instead let's see. See, back then just didn't know I wouldn't win the battle. I couldn't handle being a handful, so I'd fly off the handle, knowing freedom round the corner on those 18 candles. The walls, the system, live within my family conditioning. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's so nice to do a gig so local and with so many familiar faces, family and whatnot. You only get that playing on home turf. And it's really nice to do stuff with Steve. We've only done one thing and it was at Great Estate, so this is our second live gig, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah.
So this next track is for, who's it for, Steve?
This was for Boris.
It's for Boris. That doesn't need his surname mentioned either. There we are. People, look at what we've done. Boxed into a corner, politicians behind the gun. I don't fully understand. Like the Queen song, Mama, I just killed a man who felt fear and let fear run freely. Pulled up the map, tapped into that stupid whispering. Let the pigtails rule in kindergarten. Beg your pardon if I'm speaking out of turn, but I'm a poet, my dear, and I need my turn. My words burn holes in souls, so put on your socks and walk outside the box. See now, fear grew, fear grew, fear grew, fear. If that's all you hear, then that's what steers. Uneducated is dangerous, mixed with hatred. Mixed represented looking for a matrix. Of course they pointed off the map, like blind murder in real life's Daily Mail or Observer. Gave you a heartbeat, social uncertainties on your knees. Happily receives an antidote. Gave it to our people who should never have been roped in, with fear working off false political revolt. Smoke signal ideals, tapped into how we feel, like cereal adverts, empty consumers splurge. Out at all costs, advertisement pulling out the stops. Voices echo, adopt out, not in, but we never knew the cost. Lost leading the blind, how can we define finance's history, the EU's bloodline? You didn't answer mine, I said stay in, and ever since I've been apologising. Dreading the time I change the pound. It's a land now, but that's insignificance to the profound ways that countries been glazed to grow. There's been friction, but we shared a home. Unity in it together across the sea. I'm not sure what, don't follow political plots, but I shared the ideals, wanted to stay in with them lot. Ask us at a time of such desperation. We're so right-winged, it's disabling. For the disabled, it's crippling. The media's got us dribbling. Round moans with their cones, but people don't see it. So controlled by the fear and the ignorance that steers this. What cots through Brexit, the same thing, please. Pull yourself back in. European is a good thing, stop all the hating. If you don't understand, don't pull in the gaps. There's bad communication which first snowballed falls with this crap. Britain's hatched out of the ashes that we've already scattered. Cross-blooded fields that lost lives matter. Instead we batter each other, redig the trench, chuck in the refugee and rip up the fence. Rip up the fence. Out our finances and clamp down our borders. We're raw, we're sore, this new world's deformed us. And the plus, we can jump higher up Americans' back. Let the bully continue cruelty as politicians arguably hatch out some of the scariest leaders I've ever seen. Politics, media blunderings. I say grab the bull by the horns before this deforms us. Share community visions, sign petitions. rise out of the dust, stand shoulder to shoulder like Stonehenge boulders. Countries depend on each other and our waters. A core of sandy shores worth more than what defines our borders. A core of sandy shores worth more than what defines our borders. A core of sandy shores worth more than what defines our borders. What we done?
People.
Look at what we've done.
People.
Look at what we've done.
People.
Look at what we've done. People. People. People.
People.
People. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on. The next one that we're going to do is called Cornish Birds. We got any Cornish birds around? Female, male birds, whatever. Non-Cornish, Cornish, that's fine. I call myself Cornish. I was born in Trellesk, that third, second, whatever generation. I think we need to rid of that and ask the question, do we feel like we want to be somewhere, and then leave it at that? Okay, so this one's called Cornish Birds.
You may recognise it.
Yeah. Reeling me in like who this rapper caught the best fresh big red snapper. Cornish smasher, not a big casher, flows for free, see I pay me. Seriously, the industry for rap is none, never been done, Colonel I want one. Enough acoustic with shoes to fit, so I'd run hun if you thought that was it. A beautiful sunset created the subject, wrote this about the general public. Southwest shit, right on the tip. Find us on holiday brochures, look closer. Poverty, unaffordable property, second homeowners. Are the bented roans, be homes, be kilted undertones. With a backbone, can you see my potential? Experimental flow, highly influential. As in, I fit with most of many a tin. Not a had been, brimming to do my thing. No bling, I'm prepared to rim each opening. On point so hot, you'd say I'm smoking.
Go down by the sea, the house of fun, just you and me. Gonna go down by the sea, gonna have some fun. Take it up.
Big right, a twisted tight, I can't snap. Can't push me already off the map. Pull a rabbit out the hat. Showtime isn't a crime to rhyme, dug up like mines. Rap can exist wherever there's spitting. Wordorific, eclectic, highly dyslexic. I'm where there's words like a dog with turds. Where my rap nerds hate is just on spurred. It's just occurred to me as I MC that the content might be too close to home, see. Taken seriously lyrically up the line. This one's for my kind. This Cornish lady's not a maybe, beaten word crazy, born in the 80s. Throw up the keys if you're not driving. It's the weekend, time for unwinding. Plenty of grinding and number finding. Now let's see if this is worth my time in. The charts is horse and cart, up the A30, Lord St. Piran have mercy.
We're gonna go down by the sea, have some fun, just you and me. Gonna go down by the sea, have some fun, just you and me. Talk about it, yeah. How you doing, Kimberley Park?
I'm hard to grapple, a bad apple. You'll get caught up like fishing tackle. It only takes a one, the rest will become. Once fermented, you really want one. Now this subject, seriously digressing. Hot topic, NHS running out of dressings. Politicians dressing it up, pretending. Cut-free healthcare, Americans suggesting. Listen, politicians, fake competitions. To my government to once. One favour, bring back welfare, I want labour. Rap's my saviour, put views on paper. See you later, cheese, was a pleasure to grate ya. Haters gone pie past me 8:30. It's chock-a-block with whack hip-hop. Can't stop giving this boat a rock. I'm a skipper, see this land's my plot. Put a battle or two, MCs please. Watch your words, women don't walk on knees. All these Cornish birds flock crops and herds. Watch your words, women don't walk on knees. All these Cornish birds flock crops and herds. Flock crops and herds. Yeah, just you and me. Cheers, thank you very much. The best part of this audience, apart from what I've already said about being close to home, the fact that it's sunny and it feels like last summer on repeat, is as when you're on stage, sometimes there's this feeling where you can feel like you can see in people's eyes, and it can be a bit intense. And normally, especially at poetry gigs, the audience numbers are relatively small and everyone's really close. So it's lovely to have such a spread out audience, so you don't sort of feel the fear by looking into people's eyes. So that's exciting.
You scared them or you?
Me. Maybe them. Yeah. So thanks for listening. I do really appreciate every set of ears. This is why I do this. Any Penrinners? Woo! Right on. Okay, this is for everyone, but this was written about Penryn. And then bloody Asda trolleys.
Here we go then.
Right. Town of Penryn, where seagulls pick at dustbins and every bumpkin's rusting in soul and Sierra, in a time which sits out there, yeah. I'm from the little old town of Penryn, where seagulls pick at dustbins and every bumpkin's rusting in soul and Sierra, in a time which sits out there, yeah. Social media hits, a fantasy of glitz up the line, the big cities in which everyone gives it that. It's happening everywhere all the time, whilst gridlocked in line, giving away their time in real time. I see overstimulated minds caught between reshaping and define. Little fish, big fish, choose your line. Mine's a small pond with a few lines, I find rhymes in mountains, unreached mountain, pipe dreams, river streams, the genie's lantern, chasing gigs, stig in the dump, throat with a lump, writing festivals, workshops, my gigs are amounting. Has it happened yet? I reflect that snowball effect is subject to the bouncing. I'll admit I dip in and out, though writer's block's never been about. See, my writing's uncontrollable, it keeps me sane. A way of connecting to others, give a voice and all of mine a name. Nothing needs to change, I found my place where I freely roam. My home's raz, the trolleys are giving new homes as students comb the quiet streets, spending student loans. I feel myself, yes, like I feel it in my bones. In these small streets, like my smelling bed sheets. Life's incomplete when we think of uncertainty. Finally I see why I stay by the sea. Yes it's me, this far out place. Recognisable faces can be hard, but so are hard faces and overpopulated spaces, whilst at the same time wishing for a few more races and gay friendly spaces. Again the downsides, but there's always sides, marginalised, fenced in. I meant there's always been ways of being, ways of seeing. We find it hard to understand the belief system, the need to settle in, find a place in. I found mine within this little old town of Penryn. It's the journey home that reminds me of the joy of where I'm living, sieving through art, spark, heart.
It's Sunday morning, everyone's yawning on the river. Everyone shivers, but it keep on turning and a turning.
Nice one.
Thank you. Caitlin's mum, if you could come to the stage, is lost. All right. If you want to just move it, if you want to just go over there to the tent and wait over there, yeah? If you go over there with it to the tent, all right?
What's your mummy's name?
Michelle. Okay, if you could come and get Caitlin, she's going to be at the pink tent there. All right. So the last one, well, we might have time for 2 more, but I know we're really tight for time. Is it's so fresh, it's still on the page, which terrifies me because if you haven't picked up, and 2 of the songs I've already written, I'm dyslexic, so page stuff isn't my thing. But we'll see how it goes. This is a kind of more upbeaty one, isn't it? And the first one we've written together, Steve.
It is. I would agree with that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sunset word set. Happy Sunday, everyone. Dare away, hey, what you say? Think a drinky, have a think. You with me, blink, we miss real time, no reason and rhyme. Life best be, live cleverly, feeling enhanced and star dancing merrily. Loose cannon, pulse of nature, non-stop rapping, fresh out the box, gloves off. A Cornish maid, loves a bit of hip-hop, always misbehaved, knowledge, best spot. White soft still, hit up the tee off, and all this malarkin class gets me questioning my stately ass. Question away, do ask me. Oh, asking's a task, bask imaginary. I choose love unconditionally. Negativity won't stick when love grips. Loose lips, freestyle, no script. Bit of a gift on tongue's tip. Right to lift moods, pull off shoes. Bare feet on the sand, vibey groove. The promised land, currently nothing to prove. You can't choose when you leave on holiday, can you?
Meet on the beach,
In our favourite spot,
know where
I'll be
underneath the rocks. Meet on the beach, in a favorite spot. Know where
I'll be
underneath
the rocks.
rock.
Batteries charged for you and yours. Revolving door, straight to the top floor. Can't keep my head straight, bolt the front gate. Feed my need, breathe and beats night and day. I crate my mates, you with me? Forever seeking ears, chill beers. Wash away feels with chats, me and you certain difference. Human to human instinctively. Let's give each other a listen. Tell you what I've been thinking. Top stop, same spot, don't stop. Let's pop the court, it ought to be a crime to hold an empty glass in the sunshine. Double up on your national trust. No number plate needed, savvy keys hid. Surfs up life's duties, get no signal Wi-Fi. If you need us, good luck. Sunset off the sand, fresh band, mic off the stand, holding my hand. Triangle play, get off my land. So yeah, let's lay down a beach towel. Keep feeling this buzzing life, sundown buzzing, loving. Tell you something, you're free, see the surf's pumping. It's not actually pumping today.
Meet on the beach, in a favorite spot. You know where I'll be
Underneath the rocks.
Meet on the beach, in a favorite spot. You know where I'll be underneath
The rocks. Final verse, keep rolling until my break terse. Loving it so life for a chic turf. Flirty, dirty, daydreaming, bright beaming. It's a long evening, you're already steaming. And what better way to end, my friend, than a merry walk home along the back lane. In the morning, make amends. Swear to never do it again. Until roughly 10:30. A Cornish opportunist legend. Jamie Oliver recipe shows up again. A bloody pause, repeat. Magically it just happened. Like really, how could this be happening? Seriously, like I must be imagining. A repetitive dialogue finishes the sentence off. If we're gonna do it, might as well do it proper job. Got hair of a dog, have its head off. Honestly, now we've started, we really don't care. Could be at a posh rock, Port Elliot ordering off the rocks. Why seriously, it's beach weather. I saved the spot, not got patience for an overpriced accent. Hoity-toity, rah-rah-na-na. You keep the overpriced bell tent. Sheepskin war pins, excuse my vent. If I'm not on stage, coming under the fence. Coming under the fence.
Meet on the beach in our favorite spot. You know where I'll be underneath the rocks. Meet on the beach in our favorite spot. You know where I'll be underneath the rocks. Thanks very much, MC. I've been Steve. Have fun. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for MCMC spoken and Steve on guitar. Thank you very much. You okay?
Classical, jazz, blues, rhythm and blues, funk, rock, pop, country, electro, dance, trance, house, R&B, hip-hop, reggae.
Your music, your station.